Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Let us find out why your connection had to end. Why did your connection come to an end? So if you're interested, you guys, we're going to first start off by pulling the energy to see what was the overall theme in your connection between you and your person. Spirit, thank you so much. What needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored for the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Why did their connection come to an end? What was the overall theme in this connection between Aquarius and their person? Now, Aquarius, whoever you are thinking about, whoever pops into your mind's eye as I'm reading through these energies, that is who this reading is intended to be about for you. So if you're questioning like, well, which past connection, you know, as I describe the situation, there's going to be somebody specific that pops into your mind's eye, your third eye, and it will be very clear to you. So for Aquarius, what was the energy in this connection between Aquarius and their person? We have 2, which is a first. We have playfulness and getting to know each other. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Aquarius, this is really interesting. You are the first energies to pull 2 cards. And for me to actually keep the 2 cards, I do feel like they're necessary. Also, you guys, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm using natural light with just candles for the ambiance. It feels really nice to me, but I hope it shows well on camera. I hope it looks good. If not, let me know in the comments how you feel about this, if you prefer regular lighting to natural lighting, and I'll make the adjustments for the next videos. But in the meantime, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I'm getting, for some of you, this could have been somebody you knew at work, right? For some of you, but overall, you guys, I feel that there was a really big emphasis on money in this connection, right? Where maybe it's this financial issues. So there were issues on either your part, Aquarius, on your person's part, or on both parts that really played a big part in why this connection came to an end. Money was an issue, right? Now, this could mean different things. Maybe somebody wasn't responsible with money. Maybe somebody wasn't making enough money. Maybe there were disagreements about money, right? But whatever this was, there was attention being drawn to money, and it was not in a positive light. But on the flip side, we do have some really good energies here. So with playfulness and getting to know each other, I feel like this was like a never-ending like rabbit hole where you just went deeper and deeper into this connection with this person, and this, like, it was so full of fun. I'm getting Leo energy here with playfulness, right? You could have been connecting with your opposite sign, which is Leo. It doesn't have to be, but whoever this was, your connection with them was really just playful. It was really fun. It was really youthful, right? It probably brought out a lot of your inner child. And it was like the more you got to know this person, the deeper you felt connected to them. It was a really, really precious bond for you guys. Like, I feel like this bond really meant a lot to you. It was a very strong and powerful bond, but it wasn't so intense where there wasn't fun or there wasn't passion or chemistry. There was a lot of that. I feel like you guys had really good chemistry together. I just heard something about sexual activity, so maybe that was really good for you guys as well. Take it as it resonates. I hope you guys are age appropriate. But I do feel like for you guys, Aquarius, like, this was somebody who, the more you got to know them, it was like the more you fell in love with them, because you just realized how fun it was to be with them and to just have interaction with them, to have conversation with them, right? This was somebody who not only knew how to have fun, Aquarius, but I also feel like they knew how to communicate. And that's big for you, right? I feel like this is somebody who kind of, they were well matched for you on a lot of levels. Again, but there was something about money that just, it wasn't the best situation, ideally, financially speaking. Okay, so for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node Spirit, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored for Aquarius? Why did the connection come to an end? Why did the connection come to an end for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? Why did this connection come to an end? Thank you so much. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, why did this connection come to an end for Aquarius and their person? Why did the connection end, Spirit? Thank you so much. Aquarius, why did your connection end? Spirit doesn't want to give the tea. What's up? Okay. How many cards is this? We have 4 cards. We'll take them. Twin flames. Wow. Interesting. You could have been connecting with a Gemini as well. They just pulled twin flame energy. I just finished their reading right before this one. So take it as it resonates. It doesn't have to be. There were a couple other people from this week that pulled the twin flame energy, but I do feel like you guys, I think Leo may have been also a twin flame. They may have pulled that energy. So again, I was saying, you guys, I feel like Leo energy. You could have really been connecting with a Leo. Not enough. heartbroken. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. Wow. Overall, we have addiction. So this reads codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. And that's pretty common in the twin flame dynamic. I do feel like whatever this person was, they were your drug, right? Aquarius, like you made them your heart in human form. And that's really interesting because you guys are the sign of detachment. So this person must have left quite some impression or quite some mark on you, Aquarius, for you to still, you know, deal with like attachment after things are like said and done. That's what I'm picking up on. First card out, twin flames. Yin, yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. I was telling you guys, it was like you were very evenly matched for one another. Like whoever this person was, they brought out a really fun side of you. They brought out like this inner child within you. And the more you got to know them, the more you felt like you were really compatible with this person and they were just on your level. Then we have kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So Aquarius, there it is, blowing kisses right at that twin flame connection. You were head over heels for this person. And this doesn't feel like a bad thing. It just feels like you got in way over your head in a connection where your nature is truly to be detached. And I feel like you went kind of against your nature in this connection. You may have Aquarius, I just had like a thought and then it kind of left me, but I was kind of getting the vibe of like, you may have like had that feeling like, how is this happening? You know, I'm usually not this attached to people. I usually don't care this much. You know, I'm usually not this involved like emotionally with a person. But for some reason with this person, you just could not help yourself. It was what it was. They brought out certain sides of you and you just couldn't get enough, right? But this card says not enough. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So this could have been you or this could have been this person. But whatever this energy was, Aquarius, I feel like this was really a big reason for why this connection came to an end. Either you or your person or both of you guys had a lot of ego issues, right? A lot of lacking confidence, right? Aquarius, you could have lacked confidence when it came to this connection because they got you to be vulnerable, and that can be intimidating, right? For them, I'm not really pulling their energy, I'm pulling your energy, so I can't really attest or like speak to what may have made them insecure. But in a twin flame dynamic, there's usually mirroring. So if you were insecure, they were insecure. If you had self-confidence issues, more than likely they did too, right? If you had ego issues with fear and jealousy, more than likely so did they. And so I feel like you guys had like wounds that really played a big role in this connection, and it led to a lot of heartbreak. And I also just heard this wasn't just heartbreak for you, it was heartbreak for them. It says deeply hurt, sad, separation, breaking up, feeling lost, grieving and mourning. And that's what I was saying, Aquarius. It's like you could have been so perplexed or so confused, like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I grieving when I'm usually so detached? I'm usually so cool, calm, and collective. Like when people want to leave, I let them go. Why is it that when it comes to this person, I'm having such a hard time? It was because this was a twin flame dynamic. And I'll tell you something about this, you guys. I am not even a twin flame reader, but this energy has been coming out this week like crazy. And so, you know, if it comes out, it's clearly for a reason. Spirit wants me to talk about it. But I feel like for you guys, if you are familiar with the twin flame dynamic, you understand or overstand that it's a situation where you encounter basically the other half of your soul. So they say, right? That's how it goes. Like, it's like God splits a soul in half, and then like you guys are bound to meet each other in this lifetime, work with the energy so that you can figure out how to bring balance into your lives, heal your wounds, and then grow as a result of that, right? But a lot of times it's less about the romance, even though the romance is like the main feeling in the connection, but it's less about the romance and it's usually more about the lessons. I feel like you were meant to learn a very valuable lesson from this connection. Maybe it was about valuing yourself. Maybe it was about overcoming your ego, right? Maybe it was about staying true to your nature, not really getting emotionally attached to people, because attachments, you guys, that is the cause of all suffering, according to, was it Buddha that said that, or Gandhi? One of the ancient greats, right? They said that, but I'm in alignment with that. When you are attached, that is the only time when your feelings can get hurt. That is the only time when you can feel like you need to grieve and mourn, like you lost out on something, right? And I feel like, again, Aquarius, it was meant to kind of solidify your true nature, to be detached, right? To experience things for what they are and to let them pass when they're ready to be removed from your energy. this person also was meant to teach you a lot about being vulnerable, intimacy, right? I'm getting intuitively that maybe, you know, you guys didn't have a very intimate upbringing, right? Maybe there wasn't a lot of affection, a lot of love. And maybe for you guys, that was pretty cool because you're an Aquarius, right? That's not really your thing. Like, you guys can be affectionate, but like, you're very detached with your affection. So for you guys, I think you were meant to get the experience of what it feels like to be attached, but also not to like carry the trauma of being attached and being forced to detach. I think it was just to teach you, like, yes, you're allowed to have feelings. Yes, you're allowed to, you know, be a part of something and fully feel what you want to feel in that connection, but also just understand that when something is over, it's meant to be over. And that's just really it, right? Now, with this not enough, again, I'm going back to this energy because they keep bringing me back here. A main lesson, essential theme for you guys was that you were meant to learn how to value yourself, right? How to be more confident in yourself, how to feel like you are enough, how to feel worthy when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. And I do have the feeling that when it comes to, like, you know, maybe your upbringing, maybe certain friends you had around you, certain family members you had around you, they didn't really teach you about worth, especially self-worth. Maybe they didn't know it for themselves, whatever the reason was. But Aquarius, I feel like you had to learn that specific lesson through this connection. So let's see, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Spirit, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what needs to be heard, what needs to be said, what needs to be honored? Okay. Why did this connection come to an end? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. We have 3 of Cups. Interesting. Oh, I just heard there, it came to an end. Part of the lesson was to teach you how to celebrate every experience, right? 3 of Cups is a card of celebration. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you were meant to learn how to be grateful for, like, life experiences, right? Like, part of your detached nature is that you can be very neutral to things. I feel like you're meant to be, like, not just neutral, but positive about everything, right? Like, if there's a situation where you're in a relationship and now the relationship is over, celebrate that, because that means the universe is clearing out space so something even better can come into your experience. I feel like you were meant to kind of learn how to become in alignment with energies like that, like how to celebrate when you really want to cry, when you really feel like you're heartbroken, you want to mourn, you want to grieve, how to find the flip side of that energy, right? For Aquarius, ooh, the Ace of Wands. Let me get the card, guys. And the 4 of Cups. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. I was just saying, it's like Spirit wanted you to figure out how to celebrate when you're really dissatisfied with something, when you're really, like, in a state of unhappiness and, like, it doesn't feel good. It's like, life just feels like it's boring. I don't care. I don't really want to, you know, life feels like it's not happening for me. It's happening to me. I don't want to be happy. I don't want to celebrate. But I feel like Spirit was like, especially with this Ace of Wands, Spirit was shedding light on exactly what it is that you needed to learn. It's like, when you feel like that, how can you still find a reason to celebrate? Wow, that's a really deep lesson, you guys. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, because it's like only then can new love be brought to you. If you're still in this grieving, heartbroken energy, still feeling like you're not enough because you feel like somebody left you, or you were forced to be, you know, separated from somebody, forced to be broken up with somebody. I feel like, again, you're meant to see the flip side of this. It's funny because look at the eye in the background. It's like you're meant to see the flip side of this. Wow. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What else needs to be heard? What else needs to be said? What else needs to be honored? The 8 of Swords. Yeah, I get that. Let's get one more for you guys. Interesting enough, I said you could be connecting with a Gemini or somebody who has it in their chart, and this is Gemini energy. You felt like you were stuck in a cycle of, well, we'll talk about it, you guys, but this is really like feeling stuck in cyclical energy, especially when it comes to your thinking, when it comes to your beliefs, things of that nature. I feel like some of you guys are meant to be getting some type of, like, awakening. Let's see. So we have the Hermit with the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be a man or a woman watching, but I feel like there's a lot of light that's meant to be shed on what you are capable of and how valuable and worthy you actually are. We're going to talk about that though. So we have the World. So it's interesting, Gemini just pulled this energy as their overall energy as well. You could be dealing with somebody who has it in their chart, or you could have it in your chart. Take it as it resonates. But the World is ruled by Saturn, and it talks about learning lessons, right? It talks about karma. It talks about going through situations and having endings that bring new beginnings, but every ending comes to teach you, so that when you step into this new beginning, it's like, okay, you can carry those lessons with you, right? As hard as these lessons may feel, because we all know Big Daddy Saturn doesn't come to play, right? Like when karma hits, it hits heavy. And so for you guys, I feel like Aquarius, it was one of those situations where it was like, okay, cool. Like you learned your lesson, but are you still going to carry the pain with you into this new beginning as well? I feel like Spirit is teaching you how to detach from emotional traumas. Right now, we talked about these first three energies with the Three of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Cups. And I was telling you guys basically how this feels like Spirit was showing you how to still be in like this celebration and like positive, happy-go-lucky energy when you really feel dissatisfied about your situation or about your life overall, right? Because only then, by being in this attitude of gratitude, can you attract this new love or this new energy that's trying to come into your life, right? Even that energy alone, I'm hearing it can heal you, right? Because the Ace of Cups, it has healing properties to it as well, right? When you look into like the association of water, water can be very healing, water and fire, and you have the fire here. So I feel like Spirit was helping with this initiation of your healing process, but in order for you to do that, you had to be able to find the bright side of a very broken situation. And I feel like for you, it was hard to do that initially. But I feel like there was a part of you that did maybe some shadow work with this energy of the Hermit coming through, Virgo energy. Maybe you did some shadow work. Maybe you did some deep, deep soul searching. Maybe you just went within, took some time for yourself and just figured out life. But whatever it was, I see here that you were able to shed light on basically how much you are worth, right? How much you do value yourself, or you need to value yourself, right? How much you are able to contribute to a connection and what you have to bring to the table, right? Because some of you guys were feeling like you're not enough. Maybe with this not enough, you also felt like you didn't bring enough money to the table, or again, like that financial energy is coming through. For some of you, it's interesting with the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe you started to realize how profitable you actually are, right? Even if the money's not in your bank account, you know what you're capable of attracting, right? Some of you guys have things that you're working towards, and you know that they're going to be abundant at some point in time, even if they're not showing the physical manifestation of abundance yet. But you know that you have gold on your hands, and you know that you're gold within and of, how do you say that? In and of yourself. I'm gonna change the phrase, you guys, because for some reason I'm drawing a blank. But you know that you're gold as a person as well, like you yourself. There we go. And so for you guys, I feel like there were a lot of hard lessons learned, but eventually you came out realizing your worth, right? The Queen of Pentacles, whether you're a man or a woman, this is somebody who doesn't have to do a lot. They attract, right? They attract what they need. They're loyal, they're dependable, they're stable, they're solid, they're committed to themselves and their growth, right? They can be married, but they also do very well single. Some of you guys had this fear that you wouldn't be able to really do so well by yourself if you were single. Some of you guys could have been codependent on this person for finances. It doesn't have to be, but I am getting that also as a message, right? With that codependent energy that came through, that was with this addiction card. Codependent obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. You also may have realized that, and under that is stabbed in the back. That's really interesting. So there may have been some foul play in this connection, maybe on your person's part or on your part, Aquarius. Take it as it resonates. But that also, I feel, could have contributed to a lot of this insecurity, or a lot of this, the fear, the ego, the jealousy, the wanting to control, because I did see that in the addiction card. So all of these things were kind of happening so that you could realize your power, you could realize your worth, and you can stand by that. Now, Aquarius, I don't feel like you would have the same energies play out in a new connection. I don't feel like you would take those old pains and those old situations. Like, I feel like what I'm saying for you guys is that you've mastered the energy, and that's why the connection ended, right? You finally discovered within yourself the light that you are, the gold that you are, right? The gold of your soul. But I feel like for you guys, this really did help you to become more grounded in yourself. And I'm not saying your life is perfect, but when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, I feel like you know how to honor yourself and value yourself a lot more than you did in the past. And also, I feel like that will reflect, especially with twin flames, like it will reflect in your relationship with other people. Like, they will know how to honor you because you know how to honor you, right? They'll know how to value you because you know how to value you. It's kind of like that mirroring effect I was talking about earlier. So Gemini, I was going to call you guys Gemini. Oh my gosh. So Aquarius, we're going to pull some last minute energies for you guys to end off this reading. Now, this is just going to be for you, not for you and your person. So this is really what you need to hear. So Spirit, thank you so much. What does Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node need to hear? What needs to be said? What needs to be heard? What needs to be honored for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node? Last shuffle for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. So we got the first one. I see the moon here. I'm getting like the vibe of also, before we get into what you need to hear, going back to like what may have played out in this connection, there may have been secrets as well with that moon being there. For some reason, it like that was the first thing I noticed about the card, how bright the moon was. So some things may have come to light, or some things may have been exposed in this connection as well. Especially with the Hermit, some things may have, you know, you may have been able to shed light on some things within yourself, but also within this connection as well. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. We'll take them flipped over first, and then we'll flip them. What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? Last one. The imagery on these cards, you guys, is so beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, overall for you, you have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Gemini pulled this energy as well. You guys, if you don't have it in your chart, your person has it in theirs, like that person we're talking about. Because I'm telling you, there's no way like you guys are pulling the same energies and there's no like correspondence. I don't believe that. Not at all. So let's see. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Now, did I not tell you? It's like Spirit wanted you to be happy with like something ending, because it's really the universe making room for something new to enter your life. I'm telling you, Aquarius, I felt it. I'm telling you guys, it's like you had to be okay with things ending. You had to be okay with things coming to a close, because it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. And the universe wants you to get in alignment with being happy and celebrating these things, because they are happening as an act of love on behalf of the universe towards you, right? It's like the universe giving you affection, and it may not feel that way because you may not see the big picture at that time. But after years goes by, you'll look back and say, oh, I see why me and this person had to stop dealing with each other. I see why I ended up with this next person. I see why I went through certain things. I see why I was able to learn certain things. I see why I was able to master certain energy. It's like the big picture is being presented to you, but in small bits, if that makes sense. Then we have only time will tell. So if you have been wondering maybe if you're going to reconnect with this person or what's going to happen with this person, I don't get the vibes that this person did anything bad to you, Aquarius. I just feel like you guys came to a close because whatever the energies was, again, you had your lessons to learn, they had theirs to learn, but it wasn't compatible. Like it didn't make for a healthy dynamic after a while, right? So if you're looking to manifest this person back or to have this person back in your life, only time will tell where this is going to go. And let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Now, this was, you know, obsession, possession, controlling. Love never claims, it simply allows and it gives. So maybe you or your person or both of you guys had to learn how to not be possessive over one another again. Aquarius, I was telling you that it's like you had to learn how to be true to your nature, how to be so detached, right? Because maybe you got into this space where it was unfamiliar to you, where you felt like you owned this person. This was your person, right? They had no right to, you know, interact with other people or like however this went down. But you know the vibes I'm talking about, Aquarius. You got really attached to this person and you started to be a little controlling or a little possessive, or this could have been them. But whatever this was, I feel like for you, Aquarius, you were really meant to let that space be there, but let the space be there, but let the closeness be there at the same time, right? Like that was your lesson, your central theme, like how to be in love and detached at the same time, if that makes sense. So Aquarius, I'm going to drop the mic right here. This was beautiful. I love this reading so much. If you vibe with this, drop a comment. You guys already know I want to hear from you. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this with another Aquarius and tell them to share it with another Aquarius. But until next time, you guys, you already know the vibes. I'll catch you in the next video.